Wendy Williams, once a dominant force in the entertainment world, has found herself at the center of a tragic and unpredictable saga. Known for her sharp wit, bold opinions, and candid discussions, Wendy captivated millions on her talk show, The Wendy Williams Show. However, in recent years, her behavior has raised serious concerns, leaving fans wondering if we will ever see the energetic, unapologetic personality they once adored. The public's expectations have gradually shifted from excitement about her return to deep worry over her health, her finances, and her future. The downward spiral seemed to begin in 2018 when Wendy Williams took a brief hiatus from her talk show, citing health issues. Initially, fans were sympathetic, hoping she would bounce back and continue doing what she does best, entertaining and captivating audiences. Yet, as time passed, her absences became more frequent and her condition seemed to worsen. In 2020, Williams confirmed that she was battling Graves' disease, an autoimmune disorder that affects the thyroid, leading to fatigue, weight loss, and mood swings. While many hoped this revelation would mark the beginning of her recovery, it only seemed to set the stage for a much larger, more complicated personal crisis. By 2021, the cracks in Wendy's life were hard to ignore. She struggled with her mental health, battled alcohol abuse, and faced a highly publicized divorce from her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter. The stress of her personal life spilled into her professional world, and the effects were visible. Her once sharp, quick-witted persona seemed to become more erratic. There were moments of confusion, long pauses, and outbursts on live TV, prompting viewers to question whether her health was deteriorating further. Still, there was hope. Fans held on to the idea that Wendy would make a triumphant return, as she had done before. But the events that unfolded in 2023 made it clear that the situation was far more serious than many had initially realized. In a shocking turn, Wendy was spotted out in public during a night of heavy drinking. The images and videos surfaced online, showing a disoriented Wendy stumbling through the streets with a drink in hand. For many, this was the final nail in the coffin, confirming that Wendy was no longer the powerhouse she once was. It was a gut-wrenching moment for her fans, who had been hoping that Wendy would regain control of her life. Instead, it seemed as though the pressures of fame, addiction, and health issues were catching up to her in ways no one could have predicted. This incident wasn't just about a celebrity misstep, it was a cry for help. Wendy's ongoing struggles with addiction were becoming too obvious to ignore, and it was clear that she wasn't just battling physical illness, but a deeper emotional and psychological battle. The drinking incident raised more questions about her ability to recover and whether she could ever return to the career that once defined her. Fans began to wonder if they would ever see the Wendy Williams they knew and loved. Adding to the mystery surrounding Wendy's health and well-being was the growing control that her team, particularly her manager, Sabrina, had over her life. Sabrina, who had been in Wendy's circle for years, reportedly became a more prominent figure in her day-to-day affairs, especially as Wendy's health and mental state worsened. It raised eyebrows among fans and the media alike, with many questioning whether Wendy had the freedom and autonomy to make her own decisions anymore. Was Sabrina truly looking out for Wendy's best interests, or was her influence contributing to Wendy's decline? Wendy's finances also played a significant role in the unfolding drama. While she once lived a lavish lifestyle, reports indicated that her financial situation had become precarious. Wendy had built an empire, but the divorce from Kevin Hunter, her mounting health expenses, and her inability to work consistently put a strain on her resources. There were rumors that her money troubles were severe enough to warrant a public legal battle over her estate. As her financial security crumbled, so did any hope of a smooth recovery. Despite the seemingly insurmountable challenges Wendy faced, there are still some fans holding on to the belief that she could pull through. Wendy's sense of humor, which was the cornerstone of her career, hasn't entirely disappeared. At times, there are glimpses of her old self, sharp, funny, and engaging. Fans have pointed out that while her health may be deteriorating, she still has the personality that made her a household name. And although her recovery seems increasingly unlikely, there is a small glimmer of hope that Wendy could make a comeback. After all, she's been through a lot in her life. Her rise to fame, her tumultuous marriage, and her public battles with addiction. If anyone could overcome the odds, it would be Wendy Williams. However, the reality is much more complex. Wendy is not only battling physical health issues, but she's also facing a battle for her identity and control over her life. With Sabrina's growing influence, fans have become increasingly concerned about the direction Wendy's life is taking. It's unclear how much of her life is still under her own control. As Wendy's health continues to deteriorate, it becomes increasingly difficult to see how she will ever regain the independence and strength that once defined her. Her fans are left wondering, will they ever see the Wendy Williams they remember, or has she become a shell of her former self? The question now is whether Wendy can make a meaningful comeback. Will she ever reclaim the throne of daytime television, or has her reign come to a tragic end? Despite the growing doubts, there are still those who refuse to give up on her. Wendy's legacy as a trailblazer in the entertainment industry is undeniable. She carved out a space for herself in an industry that often felt inaccessible, and she did it by being unapologetically herself. Her no-holds-barred approach to celebrity gossip and pop culture commentary made her a fan favorite for years. That same tenacity that once made her an icon is still present, even if it's buried beneath the layers of personal struggles. Ultimately, Wendy's fate is still uncertain. It's clear that her journey has taken a tragic turn, and her future in the entertainment industry looks increasingly unlikely. Yet, her fans continue to root for her, hoping that she can find the strength to turn things around. Whether she does or not, one thing is certain: Wendy Williams will always be remembered for the bold, fearless persona she brought to the world of entertainment. Her impact on the industry is lasting, and her story, though filled with sadness and uncertainty, is far from over. Whether or not she can overcome the odds remains to be seen. But if there's one thing Wendy has shown the world, it's that nothing is ever truly certain. This story is far from over, so make sure to like, subscribe, and comment on what you think is going on with Wendy. Is Sabrina really protecting her, or is she making everything worse? We want to hear your opinions on this messy situation. Keep it locked right here for all the latest updates.